Yo, what's up people, it's your boy Stitch back again with another GBB24 solo reaction video. Now, I am behind schedule. I have been very sick recently, so I missed some of the battles. So today we're going to react to two videos. We're going to react to the second semi-final, Kaji versus Julard, and then the small final, REMIX versus Kaji. You guys know it, I was there live when these battles happened and I watched and heard it live, so I will be able to tell you how the rounds sounded like live and my opinion when I heard it. Yo!
All I need is no fuck. Yeah.
You say the drummer. Let's get this battle popping in 3.
The only one on stage.
Simple, but it works.
In front of me, you're a joke. We all know it. Choke. Watch me just hold the stage.
Oh, I was sick. That last section was mad.
Switch.
Crazy.
Just with the suit that I knew when I moved it. Just with the suit that I knew when I moved it. Just with the suit that I knew when I built it.
What was that? Okay, I think he did that in his elimination, but he did it again. But it still sounds sick as hell. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I know you guys don't like it when I pause the video, but I have to say something. And I feel like it's a very important thing to think about. Now, when you battle someone, I feel like depending on who your opponent is, there are things that you are definitely going to do. And there are things that you are definitely not going to do. Now, I have made this mistake twice. When I battled Den in Florida, I did inward bass. And when I battled Napalm at HATEN, I did lip rolls. Now, I knew countering Den with inward bass, especially with my shit inward bass, I knew the counter was going to be terrible. But why did I do it? I did it because I gave in to my intrusive thoughts, right? I knew it was going to be bad, but I just couldn't resist the urge to do it, so I did it. It was the same thing when I battled Napalm at HATEN. I knew that if you battle Napalm, you should never do lip rolls, but I did against Napalm, which is a stupid move. But I was battling the napalm, and I'm a huge fan of napalm, so I did it. And I could not resist the urge. But ever since these two battles, I told myself, you know what, nowadays I have to be more disciplined when I battle. And there are certain things, depending on your opponent, you probably don't want to do. For example, if I battle Alem tomorrow, I'm not going to do some fast drum beats because I know he's going to counter me and murder me. And this is something I noticed in a battle is like, Julard is such a crazy loud beatboxer, and his click rolls are like insane on this sound system. But people, I noticed that whoever battles him keeps on giving him the chance to counter him. Like when I watched Alexinho versus Julard live, and Alexinho did the... I was like, no, why are you doing that? You know Julard's gonna counter you. And then Julard countered him. And then over here we have Kaji going... Which, by the way, this is such a simple beat. Like, there's no way you don't think Julard is gonna counter you. And then in the end, Kaji also does... Like... There's no way Julard is not going to counter you. So why do you... I don't understand, why do you give him the opportunity to do it? Like it's okay if you don't know, but I think at this point in the competition, you would have already known that he would counter you if you do something like that. So it's pretty interesting to see Kaji's approach, because when I watched it live, I know the crowd was going nuts for this round 1 of Kaji's because the energy was through the roof. You could see even the judges were going nuts. However, I knew it was not going to work because of what Julard is going to do in the second round. I didn't know what Julard was going to do in the second round, but I knew he was going to murder Kaji in the second round just because of the opportunities that Kaji gave him in Kaji's first round.
Switch!
You see what I mean? This was unexpected. Yeah, I definitely feel that Julad's round 1 is better than his round 2. However, the round 2 of Julard was the reason why Kaji lost, because in Julad's round 2, he basically destroyed all of Kaji's weapons. And I feel that shows how good Julard is, because you could tell he freestyled this round, and in just like that, he just destroyed Kaji. And you can look at Kaji's face in the battle. There were, like, through this video, you can see that there were multiple times in his battle where Kaji was like, yeah, this guy is going to be very difficult to beat. Like, Kaji knew. You could see it on his face. But that also brings you to the question. If Kaji did like a different round, for example, like if he used his whistles, like that crazy whistle he did, imagine instead of doing like a or a drop, he did like a whistle drop, right? Would Julard be able to counter that? Maybe Julard would be able to counter that, we don't know. But Kaji definitely gave Julard an opening. Julard saw the opening and Julard was like, nah, I'm going to kill him. And that's what Julard did.
And that's top switch.
Yo, you seems to be very chill. shot, shot, shot. Gone, gone, gone. Low, low, low. With the tremble finger. Shot, shot, shot. Gone, gone, gone. Low, low, low. With the tremble.
Oh no, Julad's doing it again. Yeah, very clear that Julard won this battle, especially after Julad's second round. And then to make things much more difficult for Kaji, I think Kaji was very nervous. Because why wouldn't you be nervous, right? You're battling an opponent who just destroyed your best weapons in his round 2. And now you have to do your round 2. And you could tell that Kaji was really nervous. In the previous battle versus Wing, and even in his elimination, Kaji is not as clean as most of the beatboxers in the competition. And that's kind of like his style, you know, and I think that's okay. But this time, he was way more unclean compared to how he usually was. And yeah, it's very obvious that Julard won this battle. I honestly think that the judges vote this 5-0 in my opinion. I might be wrong, but let's just see.
Red for Julard, blue for Kaji. Moving to the finals. Grand Beatbox Battle 2024. I say the 3, y'all say the 2 and the 1. It's on the judges. Judges in 3.
What? 4-1. Okay, so Darnie voted for Kaji. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I did not see this coming because, like I said, for me this is obvious win for Julard. But you know, everybody has their own opinions, I guess. It'll be interesting to hear what Darnie has to say on why he thinks Kaji won the battle. For now, I can't see any reason why Kaji won the battle. If any of you have disagreeing or agreeing opinions, please put it in the comments. Tell me why you think Kaji won, why you think Julard won, because I would like to hear your opinions. But yes, let's get on to the small final, Remix versus Kaji. Now, Remix's vibration bass is probably one of the craziest sounding things. Like bass-wise, it's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. It's actually insane.
You ready? Yeah. Put your hands. I'm the king of the rain. I'm the king of the range.
Switch!
Yo, big shout to Peanuts Gun. Get up, get dollar, 시보, 의대, purple squeeze. Get up, get dollar, 나구 리가, purple squeeze. Get
a fucking pull body, yeah. Get a fucking pull body, yeah.
Nice counter.
Get off fucking dollar body. Get off fucking dollar body. Get off the. Get off the. Get off. Get the fucking. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Round 1 remix for me.
I try to find you realize you're in a nightmare.
Oh, his pitching with the inward bass is actually insane.
You realize. Welcome to your nightmare.
Like,
You're in a nightmare.
okay, that last part where he's singing the lyrics with inward bass and the meow squeak is so insane. But the crowd didn't react because of the sound system. Like I said in previous videos, this sound system was so subby that whenever Remix did inward bass and meow squeak together, you could barely hear the meow squeak. So that's why what he did was actually so insane, because he was pitching the inward bass and the meow squeak to sing the lyrics. That's actually insane. But notice how the crowd's not reacting, because most of them probably can't hear it. But yeah, let's see what Kaji does.
Switch!
Fuck that shit.
What is this bass?
No sleep.
That station comes flute. Flowing into the nose. Let's blow this. Repair the bass.
Cheer!
The bass. The bass. The bass. The bass. The bass. No split. No split.
What was that? What was that?
No split.
Kaji, you should have done that longer. Okay, so I notice this is a thing that Kaji does all the time, that he prioritizes his bass so much and the power impact on stage that all these cool moments he just doesn't do as much, like his crazy whistle. You know, he usually puts it at the end and he doesn't put it in the drop. And I'm like, no, like do it more, because he definitely had enough time to do that crazy thing at least one more time, but then he spent that time doing like, no. That was so crazy. Like, okay, I obviously can't do it, but like he could have done it one more time, but he didn't. Instead he did something like that. Nah, he should have. Ah, man, Kaji, if you ever come to GBB again, which I hope you do, because you're so insane, right? Like, you are really powerful. Like, you are really powerful. But in GBB, like all these guys, Remix, Julard, Maxo, Blackroll, everyone here is powerful. You know, maybe not everyone is equally as powerful. You know, like you were way louder than Wing, but everyone is very loud. You know, so like, show your cool stuff. You have a lot of cool stuff, Kaji, but you don't let your cool stuff shine enough. Cause that, what was that? This is so sick. This is actually so sick. That was actually so sick. Wow. Now, this battle was a difficult one to judge because I think both these amazing beatboxers, Remix and Kaji, it's in a small final now, and I feel like they have used up most of their best material. So I can confidently say that these two rounds are not Remix's and Kaji's best rounds. I feel like they are the bottom two rounds from these two competitors. And that's normal because it's a small final. You usually use your best stuff to try and get to the final, so it makes sense that you don't have much anymore. So I see some comments like, oh, Kaji is so repetitive now. No wonder he lost, because Kaji was repetitive. You know, he had a similar template that he kept on reusing. Most of his rounds started with something like that. So it makes sense that you think Kaji is repetitive. I also see some comments saying that Remix should have lost because Remix was repetitive, and he was repetitive. But here's the thing, Kaji and Remix both were repetitive. It's the small final. For these two amazing beatboxers, this was the final battle of the night, and they almost had nothing left. So it makes sense that they're repetitive, right? And because they're both repetitive, I don't think, oh, Remix is repetitive, that's why he should have lost. Or Kaji is repetitive, that's why he lost. No, that's not the reason why the results are what they are. In this battle, both competitors were very repetitive. I also felt that these were not their strongest rounds. They made some mistakes. In the quarterfinal and the semifinal, Remix was very composed. And I honestly don't think Remix made any mistakes, but over here you could see he was a little sloppy compared to usual. And I think maybe he was just upset because of the semifinal versus Osis. Maybe he thought he won. And if he thought he won against Osis, he's not wrong about that because it was a very close battle. So maybe he couldn't concentrate. I don't know what's his reason, or maybe he was nervous. We will never know, right? But because of all these factors, this battle was a very close one. They were showing what little they have left, and they didn't have much left in the tank, in my opinion. So who you vote for honestly comes down to preference on what you heard. In the video, I 100% vote for Remix. However, live, I voted for Kaji. And the reason is very simple. Live, Remix's rounds were not as good as in the video, because in the video you can hear all the crazy details. His meow squeak with the inward bass and the two pitching together while he's singing is actually insane, and I couldn't deny, yeah, in the video Remix wins. However, live, because the sound system was not that great, when he does the inward bass with the meow squeak, you can't hear these details. You can't even hear the meow squeak most of the time. I think the only time you're able to hear Remix's inward bass and the meow squeak together is when he does that, because it's really high pitch, then you can hear it. But when he's doing inward bass with the, you can't really hear the, or the you can't really hear those sounds, right? And that's why for me in the small final live, remixes rounds were a little underwhelming. So I voted for Kaji. However, I could also see the judges voting for remix because I think both Kaji and remix were repetitive, but Kaji was way more repetitive. Like, if you notice in both these 2 rounds, he used almost the exact same template. So I could also understand if remix won. But personally for me, live, I voted for Kaji. But if I wasn't there live and I watched this video, I would definitely think remix won, right? But I think remix did win in the end.
Give it up for REMIX! Remix, 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 remix. Taking home.
Oh, I missed this stage. You know, this is probably one of the best moments in GBB as an artist. Like when we're all on stage, it's just a vibe. It feels really cool. But yes, congrats to Remix, to Kaji. I hope you come back. And does anyone know what the judge votes are? I'm very interested to see what the judge votes are. Because I just want to know who they voted for. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye bye.